Hey Virgo, the bottom is the Six of Cups. Happiness, isn't that cute? And what is happiness? This is a card of children, of nostalgia. And for me, looking back on my childhood, actually, the Six of Cups in my Arthurian legend deck is my absolute favorite because it sums up in one picture my happy memories of my childhood. And it shows, here, let me get it because maybe, do I have my cards right here? Um, so, what are your happy memories? I mean, there is a nostalgic aspect of this card that can, if we could, like my brother and I will often remember different things or remember events in a different way. So, we're probably both, I mean, he's older, so he's probably more accurate, but it's this one. But he can, if we were both to go back and be plopped into that plopped, uh, and be able to relive that situation, it might be really different than what we're remembering. But regardless, I think a lot of times when people think of happiness, not always if you had a bad childhood, but for me, it's often my childhood and that carefree feeling of not, you don't have the responsibility. And so, how can we bring that simplicity and appreciation for um, living in the moment and appreciating the little things? How can we bring the Ten of Cups? So, this is my happily ever after card. Now I'm reading two decks for you guys. So, you're really thinking about, and the Devil, you're really thinking about what makes you happy. What, what, um, what isn't making me happy, what is making me happy, but really realizing that happiness is something that you cultivate from within. It's not something you can obtain externally. You can't buy it. You can't. Oh, what am I doing? You can't buy it. You can't. It has to come from within. You can't find it externally. It doesn't mean outside things can't influence it, but I mean, you see it all the time with celebrities, and you think these people have all the money in the world, all the fame in the world, but then they overdose or they kill themselves or whatever. And it's just heartbreaking. But I think it just shows that fundamentally happiness is, we can have it at any time. Now, if you're going through something horrible, I'm not trying to diminish that, and there are times when we're in survival mode. But appreciating those simple things can really help, I think. And it's something I think you guys are, maybe with, lockdown, the simple things have become highlighted, at least for me. So what was going on recently? Wheel of Fortune, chance. This card tells us that the universe is just going on and on, and it's churning, and everyone's lives are moving around us, whether we want it to or not, whether we think it's happening or not, and that we can't control a lot of that. The only thing we can control is ourselves. Um, and the lesson of the wheel is to stay in the center. And then you may not be on the highs so much, but you're not in the lows so much. And you can just sort of roll with it, go with the flow, roll with the punches easier. So that has Jupiter. So there's a Sag component, a spiritual component, a ninth house component, even though I know it's a 10th, or it's a 10. But that's the energy I'm getting. Having a more philosophical approach, you're starting to incorporate a more philosophical approach to life, and it's really working for you. What you want most, Father of Swords, the King of Swords. This is this is mindfulness. This is being thoughtful, writing, data, um, making sure your head and heart are working together, that you're not a Vulcan, but you're also not, um, swept up by your emotions and sort of out of control in a drama type way. It says leadership. What's going on right now? Strength, confidence. And where do we get confidence from? Is it from external achievement? That can help, but I think confidence comes from knowing you can count on yourself. So if you say you're going to get up early and work out, you get up early and work out. If you say you're going to eat a sensible diet, you do it. If you say you're going to save money, you do it. Like you have the, you can count on yourself. Um, I know I feel like I disappoint myself a lot. And so how to get past that feeling and being sort of wishy-washy because you always sort of give yourself an out, and or someone else does this to you. So it's wanting the actions, like what comes out of the mouth and the action you take to match, and that is confident. That's taking care of, I can take care of my own bills. I can manage my life without someone. I am secure in a whole person by myself. But it's also putting yourself out there and saying, but this is the night, but I would like to meet someone or date someone or make some changes and have the courage to be able to express my needs and be okay with having needs. So it could be that you've gone, or maybe these are the two sides. I don't need anyone, and people like to be, it's good to give. It feels good to give. So it's okay to soften. And this is for any gender. It's okay to soften. It's okay to have needs. It's okay to express those needs. It's okay to be vulnerable. I can see you maybe asking someone out or making an offer, or again, just bearing your heart, expressing, telling someone you love them. Could be with Mercury retrograde, someone from your past, someone even from your childhood. Huh. Maybe you meet this person at work or while traveling for work or because of work in some way. But this is a card of teamwork. It's also a card of being recognized for your talent. We do have leadership. If there are any managerial positions open, I would put yourself out there. That can be another way. It's hard to put yourself out there and be vulnerable to apply for a job, especially if it's in your same office. So they're gonna find out. So if you don't get it, it's hard to put yourself out there. But I would say definitely do it. What's under Seven of Wands? Courage. Eight of Swords, interference. That's the denial card. Four of Cups, mixed emotions. It is. Well, you are an air sign. It's almost like that analysis paralysis. You can see both sides of a situation. Nine of Pentacles. So some of you are going off on your own. Okay, so I think for some of you that maybe have had expressed to someone that you had an interest, um, I feel like that person needs to go through. I feel like you may not get a yes right away, or you may not give someone a yes right away because you have to come to terms with something inside you first, some hang up, some whatever it is, something you need to deal with. And you may want to be alone for a while. I did that once. I had just gotten out of a relationship and met someone, and I was like, I need some time to myself. Like, I don't want to get back into a relationship. Um, and then, several months later, it kind of, yeah, anyway, it didn't work out well, but that part of it I felt good about. So if someone says I need some time alone, I mean, I wouldn't put your life on hold. If it's meant to be, it will come back around. So this could be something that happened years ago with that Six of Cups. And so maybe for you, this Mercury retrograde will bring someone back around in a positive way. I don't think it's someone you actually had a relationship with. I think it's more like you had some extras. It's more of the timing wasn't right, or I feel like it never quite got started. Justice and death, wow. Transformation, balance. Being okay with letting go of of any relationship that, like, I wouldn't keep anyone who kind of is hot and cold, kind of, every couple weeks comes around and kind of ghosts you for a while, then is back. And like, I don't think that's helpful. I think it just creates mixed emotions and interference. And I think it's a distraction, but it's maybe to a fault. King of Cups, a water sign. The Devil. So it's like there's an attraction though. The Two of Pentacles. Kind of creepy. It looks like he's sneaking up on her. It's like she's distracted. Yeah, there's a distraction. I almost feel like it would be better to be alone than to kind of having sort of half-assed things hanging out there. It's just confusing you and kind of lessening your spirits, and but you're in denial about something. Yeah, you need to let something go. There could be a person too that's controlling around you, and if there's someone that's really controlling and trying to keep their claws, keep you tethered to them in some way, I would say block, delete. It's time to let that go. It's it's probably that person that's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, and just it's time to move on. They're not. They might be stalking you, cyber stalking you, and just, yeah. The justice is just going to say that's not cool. If it's really bad, I mean, I'd get a restraining order. But don't feed that fire in any way. If you haven't blocked people, and every time that person texts you, you're like, oh, you roll your eyes and complain to your friends, but really you like that in some way, or else, you know what I mean? So I guess if there are any people like that in your phone, really think about what you're getting out of it and what it's adding, what it's doing. And I think once you really are standing alone and decluttered, cut cords, getting rid of the interference and the mixed emotions, then you'll be ready to bring in this person from your past, but this happiness, this right person. But I feel like this is a lot of clutter, a lot of, some codependent people, some controlling people, some people who are hiding some bad behaviors that need to be gotten out of the way. Okay, take care.